Oh, well, that was a thing.
I feel like I experienced someone else's lifetime while we were teleporting.
You might just have. Okay, Vomit Boy.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Arbitration Studios as we continue, after an extended hiatus, a journey across the whole damn thing. I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Mrs. Arbiter.
Okay, she wants us to plop a thing in the thing. What was it? Network scanner?
Network scanner.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Vomit Boy. You should stop now.
Alright, fine, I'll cut it out.
Thank you.
Yay. Alright. So, let's go find our son.
Hello.
Yes.
God? Is that you? It's me, Margaret.
I wondered if you could make it here. You're quite resourceful.
That's not my son.
I'm known as Father.
That is older. That is not my son.
Under my guidance.
You cannot be my son.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
And I'd like to discuss things with you face to gun.
Gun to face. Even better.
Yep.
Button.
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 I can only
Button.
imagine what you've heard, what you think of us,
Your nutcases?
Is this what,
to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Uh-huh.
Wrong impression. Really now.
Welcome to the Institute.
Look at my institute, it's all shiny and new.
The reality of the Institute.
It is extremely clean for the wasteland.
We do.
Almost too
For
sterile.
over 100 years.
Hospital level sterile.
Dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of
I wonder if that's where we go
countless
eat.
experiments and trials. A shared vision of
And
how
shop,
humans can
maybe?
outshape the
For what?
Break time.
It has never been easy.
Healing time.
And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Well, you know, maybe you shouldn't be
Someday,
kidnapping
perhaps, we can
people.
show them what we've accomplished.
Maybe you shouldn't be replacing
Now-
people.
We must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
No shit, Sherlock.
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
And there he is.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really...
Ooh, very nice on the emoting.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean,
I'm gonna go with the emotional nurturing child or mother figure here.
Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me!
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
I mean,
Please, Sean.
You don't see the hair color? It's the same as yours, dude. Come
yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah. So hair color and skin color will match yours exactly. The facial features, not so much.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Ooh, I should have named one of my
The disappointment.
Fallout Shelter coursers I've been making S923.
He's a prototype, you understand.
He's a
We're only just
what?
now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
Alright.
Please try and
Do we go full mama bear or do we just be all confused?
Yes.
that you are emotional.
Yes.
And that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean, or I could kill you.
I could kill you.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
Answers, asshole.
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
off.
really?
This situation is far more complicated.
That is...
You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you after all this time.
What?
It's me. I am Sean, your son.
What? Bullshit.
Bullshit!
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it.
You suddenly see your child after all these years and he's
Older
older
than
than you.
me.
Passage of time.
Ugh.
You were released
I mean,
from your pod, and
First time I played this, I saw this coming from a mile off. The second that they...
but then you learned that your child was an infant.
The second that they did the whole it's been 10 years thing, I was like, oh, Christ, it's been more than that,
It's
hasn't
really
it?
so hard to accept that it was not 10,
Oh, yeah.
60 years. That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute.
360 years.
260 years.
260 years. I thought it was 3.
Alright.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant.
Oh, fuck.
Necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future.
And he's got 60 years of Kool-Aid he's been
Year
drinking.
2227.
Kind of hard to reverse
The
that.
Institute had made great strides in
Really hard to reverse that.
but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine.
Machine.
So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate
But why?
of anything.
You lost me.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took...
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create
Couldn't have been Lisa?
the most
Lisa?
logical style.
Weird science experiment couldn't have been Lisa?
I know. I mean, all you need is a computer, some car batteries, and a doll.
A lot of power.
Wasteland. Radiation affected everything.
And a bra on your head.
Even in their
Oh yes,
attempts
we
to
mustn't
shield
forget the bra on
themselves
our
from
head.
above,
It's ceremonial.
members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary.
For
The
Christ's
Institute
sake.
found me after discovering records from Vault 111.
So that means that that MIT, excuse me, CIT,
Radiation-induced mutation.
worked with Vaultech to design the experiments for the vaults. If the CIT had the records that the successor institute would rely
On the
on.
basis of synthetic organics.
So it would seem.
Every human
So the CIT was complicit in Vaultech's madness.
am-
I really want to see a Fallout game where Vaultech is the villain.
the synths me.
Well, where they're starting to dissect the different experiments and kind of going, why the hell did you experiment in the first place?
Yep.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please.
I'm going the route of, I believe that it's him.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the Institute. before.
Of the incident.
It seems what
Incident. He's trying to make it not seem like it's family.
happened.
Well, and being impersonal over it is understandable considering he never knew his parents. But
That
he's talking to his mother face to face now, and it's standoffish and more,
more often. But
you know,
what matters now is that
impersonal.
you and I have a chance.
And that's his greatest failing as a character. It makes him a good character for the game. He fits the type, but it's like person to person.
In charge?
I mean, this is the kind of being where it's like you are totally incapable of interacting with people on
Very seriously.
any sort of level.
It's important.
Yeah.
And the Institute is,
Future.
I mean,
No matter what those
the big problem with the Institute, I hate, we'll go on with this as we do our,
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
people are always by what they
but
don't know.
as we go on, I'll probably talk ad nauseum more about it. But the thing about the Institute and why it fails as a faction to follow, unlike the Brotherhood of Steel, unlike the Minutemen, unlike the Railroad, unlike other factions in other games, whether it was the Capital Wasteland Brotherhood,
I think I've heard enough for now.
or the Enclave, or the New California Republic, or Caesar's Legion, or Mr. House, all of them were compelling for some reason. All of them had a story, they had a fight, they had
I've helped to build a life.
a culture, and they had an end game.
They had a compelling backstory.
Yes.
After all these years, you have an
It's a bunch of eggheads downstairs who just started down a path of developing androids for no apparent reason.
So this is what Big Mountain would have been if it was humans.
Probably. And a lot less funny.
Yes.
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Well, it's cleaner. That's about it.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done.
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too.
Nope.
I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have...
Look, I've got to get an antidote for my super mutant friend that you tried to kill. So I'm gonna hang around. Oh, and we got to recruit a robotics expert.
Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr.
Fillmore, Ao,
Dr. Ao in SRP,
Holdren.
Dr. Holdren in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems.
Schools me.
They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them.
Doctor
Then
Who?
we'll discuss what comes next.
Yeah, Doctor Who's that? Oop, I forgot to plug the laptop actually in. Excuse me.
One beer and that's one beer and that's it. That's the only big mess up you've had.
I haven't even had the full beer. I've just taken a couple of sips.
I know. I know.
Okay.
I like messing with you. You know that.
So,
You look so so vibrant in this atmosphere.
I know. Color. Although I do appreciate trees
Almost
with...
done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I know, they were-
I don't know.
You really are?
Most of them have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If you
Fillmore.
ask me,
You can think of
We're
me as
built
the
pretty
Institute's
well.
chief engineer. When Father
Chief
told us
engineer.
I
Okay.
hardly believe it. You
So-
did so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Finding my son.
Yep.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be.
Not really.
I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities. As you might guess, We keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly.
So she's a janitor.
Upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this.
She is a
Pretty
janitor.
much.
She is a janitor with a PhD.
And provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting
Wouldn't be the first
as some of
time.
the other departments, but it's at least-
Probably won't be the last.
So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Not so
I'm
fast.
not on board with anything.
No? And yet here you are, poking around. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're up to something. And consider
Really?
having a talk with Sh-
Go
I
fuck
really
yourself,
is anxious
lady.
To have you with us. If there's anything else you like,
Dude, you didn't give birth to that child.
can't argue with that.
Even if it was a while ago.
Looking forward to working.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Bioscience, advanced
I'm
systems,
looking forward to getting
scent
out
retention,
of here. Thank you.
robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
And this, I guess, is where the magic happens.
Well, magic would be the right word for it. I guess. Whoa. Synthesizing the bones to boot.
They're clones.
Of course.
They're
And again, I am reminded of one episode of Star Trek.
one episode of Star Trek. I'm reminded of creating Lilu in The Fifth Element.
Why can't it have a soul? And if a sin has a
Oh, I'm just reminded of the craziness of that one where the one group was.
of course it is,
And now it's weaving muscles.
so we can do what we want with her.
Where that one group was all clones and another, and they were actually having problems because they could not do any more clones anymore,
An unwanted distraction. We're men of science.
which was a little frustrating to them, and realized, oh, we have to actually reproduce the old-fashioned way.
How do we does?
And of course, they had a bunch of hillbillies to help them.
I
And
honestly,
what were they told? That every woman was expected to have a man with a different person at each point.
I don't remember this.
It was really funny. It was comedic.
All right.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Another lovely day. This is the weirdest process I've ever seen in my life.
So now they're stimulating and oxygenating their freshly cloned
Thing.
thing. So at this point, the synth is alive. In fact, yeah, we see him breathing.
Visions are important.
And then they give him the bath and the goo.
First among them.
And out pops the android. Or again, clone. These aren't even synthetic beings. They're
How do the clones come with underwear?
because there's no nudity option.
You're here.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time.
That is really,
Generation synths are
really
breakthrough.
weird.
The
It's like looking at a Ken doll.
combination of reception.
I know.
It's
Exaggeration
no, no,
in almost every
no.
human beings.
Superior.
I can understand.
It's like
taking
saying
pride,
dinosaurs are superior
but
to
I
house
think you're
cats.
getting carried away.
You might not think so now.
And we all know that the house cats are going to rule the world eventually.
A fraction of what our synths can do. Their potential is limitless. Like I said, a momentous.
But yeah, I mean, so if they've been producing third generation synths conservatively for 15 to 20 years,
Only let them show it.
I suggest you keep your radical opinions to yourself from now on. Otherwise,
Radical opinions?
you'll be escorted to the teleporter for a one-way trip.
Hey, Doc.
but you know, the question is why? What's their end
I'd
game?
just like to
Morgan?
for any trouble our our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself.
Oh boy.
You, though.
So you're the reason the robots have been shooting at us.
Not a chance.
No? Well, I'm sure Sean is...
Nobody said you had to stay.
I do hope you
Well,
I keep staring at their uniforms and
alright, well now we know how they're made. You know, which is interesting and very innovative, but a plumbus they are not.
no. Plumbus?
Yeah, plumbus. From Rick and Morty.
Oh,
There was that little flesh-
right.
There was that
I
little
remember.
flesh-colored pocket pussy looking thing that had no discernible purpose or reason.
I can't imagine living on the surface. Sounds like a nightmare.
Please don't.
Hey. Ooh.
As it is between
Ooh, Institute weapons. Gonna get those for intelligence gathering purposes.
Wink, wink.
Ooh, Courser uniforms. Cool! I get a Matrixy-like backpack.
Yee. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
escapes more serious. Hi, Doc.
So, here you are.
Here I am.
Acting Director of the Synth Protection. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it.
That sounds a bit like a threat.
Heh. Heh.
Or I'm just misunderstanding.
A threat. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How would it not be?
Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Yeah.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. The instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this.
And a word.
In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Excuse me.
Break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but it could occur from time to time.
After all that training, which also indicates that coursers and synths in general have to be educated. They can create the body and create the mind, but they cannot install knowledge into the mind.
Oh, they can't matrix it.
I'm good.
Yep.
Thanks.
Very well.
Which is a pity, because with the jacket they look all Matrix-y.
The Institute? I'm not drunk enough for this place. It is far too everything.
We'll start with this trial. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Oh, so they even use the synths as medical guinea
I
pigs.
suppose it's your job to find out.
Well, I suppose it's like having cloned dogs or pets or something.
Or a way to do human experimentation without a need for morality.
When you experience it.
Yeah, that's the big problem with the Institute, is the morality question.
Doctor. It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Is
I have
it
to admit, the third generation
is it
synths-
wise to have something that is
Excuse me.
basically a
Once you
robot
find
to do
I
everything
wanna
for
do a
you?
physical and get a file going.
Well,
After what I've been through,
how can I put
I should
this?
think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to? How about you take some time to get comfortable? In the meantime, you come see me.
They are creating life. No shit. Life. Living, breathing beings capable of intelligence and and independent thought.
Very true.
So, what we have, and yet they treat them like a Volkswagen.
It's like the air. It's like treating a. It's like any idea of royalty treating the child as an heir and a spare.
No, it's even beyond that.
But that's where it starts, though.
No, it's not.
Anyway.
Because
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
it's not like the heir and the spare, because they don't even treat the synths as children or as a legacy. They treat them as tools and as property. Despite everyone knowing full well that they are truly synthetic beings.
Interesting.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
So that
I am here.
Of course.
when you are creating a living a no shit living creature, I mean, the Gen 1 and Gen 2s, the pure robots, fine, they're robots. I have some serious questions about these third generation synths being clones and how the Institute treats them. I mean, heck, they create life, but they that can think independently, that can develop its own personality, but then they also have the capability of stripping that away vis-a-vis those hypnotic command recall codes that drive them into catatonia.
So, they pretty much pull a Winter Soldier on their butts.
They pretty much.
There's no other way to think about it.
Not really.
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big
Well,
decision, I know.
at least this guy is, like, personable.
Important opportunity. No need to rush. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to.
Well,
I'm good.
I'm gonna look around because I need a, because there's something in your basement that I gotta get.
I want your shit. Morgan. Morgan, come here.
So, while Mrs. Arbiter is off doing that, I'm gonna find the place that I need to go.
Alright. Easy answer.
We have a very persistent little boy who just does not want to go to bed. FEV lab, here we are.
Got it.
Well, not everything in the Institute is all shiny and new. So this is what Dr. Virgil did on his way out.
That's it.
Go play. Morgan, it's bedtime. Or it's just not playtime.
Persistent little turd, isn't he?
Tell me about it.
So not everywhere in the Institute is shiny and new. They pretty much completely disregard maintenance when a place is abandoned.
Well, that's good to know.
Wow, I suck.
Oh, you're all the time.
I can too be awesome all the time.
Right.
Plug. There we go.
Your turn.
My turn. It's not gonna go well for him.
Fine. Just make some more juice up, put it in there, and take it to his room.
Wait a sec.
They're invisible?
Yeah, they have a stealth boy.
More, please.
And here he comes again. Hold on. Ow. Alright, moving right along, moving right along. Boom! Ha-ha! Victory for the Arbiter. Oh, that's where I came from. So... So, what is behind door number 2? Oh god. Green things in tubes. I assume this is one that Virgil immersed himself in to become a super mutant, which I'm guessing he did purely to escape.
Personal record. Ryan Virgil. Likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. Nothing used since the last day.
Okay. Now I think I'm gonna have to deal with this shit.
Well, the FEV was vital for creating the sense. That they introduced it into Sean's... they introduced it to Sean's DNA.
Interesting.
In order to create the artificial flesh that was... that makes Gen 3 sense superior to human beings.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. Not for good, then.
Yum.
At least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving.
Good for you.
I have a plan. And if it
Well,
works, I'll be somewhere safe.
honesty is the best policy. Unfortunately, they're assholes. I mean, what else can you say about the Institute?
The lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Can't break the code.
The idea of mercy is rather weird.
Well, and no, I don't think I will have mercy. I've seen enough.
Mercy?
Have you?
Yes. Quite.
It's gonna be so much fun burning this place to the ground.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Ooh. I'm untarnished coffee pot. I'm gonna use that for my house, thank you. Alright. So, Dr. Lee's here in Advanced Systems, getting to play with future toys. Alright. Let's load that up, just in case.
I guess I really shouldn't have had 2 beers before I got
Nothing.
a little bit
At this
to
point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey, I'm gone.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Child synth.
Have you seen my girls?
That sounds like a misnomer. Or it sounds like it should be a misnomer.
Productive. It's really
At
exciting
least.
having you here. I can't wait to see.
Oh, weapons.
Yep.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Weapons of mass distraction.
Oh, hi there.
Boobs.
I'm distracted. I memorized 5 steps of design schematics, and now I'm
Sorry.
God, you're weird sometimes.
And this is new how?
Nobody can memorize.
Seriously.
a dozen blueprints.
This is new how?
I didn't say it was easy, but I've been practicing at it since I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father. I really hope you'll stay here.
Yeah, no. No, I'm here to get someone.
There's a problem with that. You admire Father because you think
Excuse
it's a
me,
good
Dr. Lee?
thing.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat me to the punch, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Is that the same doctor from Fallout 3?
Yep.
Damn.
No, I just want...
I'd say she gets around, but she gets around.
Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to...
Well, at least she's honest.
Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
I will say I love the
Brotherhood
base
needs your
that
help,
they...
Doctor.
Needs
I
my
keep
help.
staring... Every time you play this
Why?
game, I keep...
They
In
seem to
there,
have
you're in
everything
the
under
institute, I
control
keep
when I left.
staring at how they designed their laboratory their laboratory pieces. And I'm like, I could make that.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd...
Part of me wants to, because you could almost pull it off with
Tell me
anybody,
something.
and it would work just
Possibly
fine.
want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood. What reason would I have to throw away everything here?
Is it horrible of me to think like that?
Father trusts me.
That's what I get
so
from like a
should you.
custom
He
designer
trusts
about
you
every
with your
time.
family. I'm not. I
On
can
purpose
just
or
take
not.
your word for it.
Roar.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like Father isn't being
The
strict
secrets
with
they
me,
have are kind
like
of a
things
bitch.
I'm not supposed to know about.
And kind of not nice.
But still,
Compartmentalizing everything.
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
you're wasting your breath. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy. I'm not interested in
I give up.
All right? Oh, I had a colleague. Several months ago, there was an accident. I wanted to help with the incident never sat right with me. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock.
Oh, please. Do you really... Stop trying to avoid the deal?
There you go.
Something that might convince you.
How did you... Never mind. Just let me... see.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear, right?
Well, I'm glad I got that tape.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Now you know that Father is a liar. He doesn't deserve to have you here.
And I'll never forgive him for it. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole...
The Brotherhood was at least straightforward.
Yep.
Took me in and gave me access to...
Didn't
edge
beat around the
technology
bush.
that I only dreamed.
The Institute, that's a
I
different
became
story.
jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind.
Better.
Maybe no twisted...
They don't want to they don't want to better mankind. They want to replace it for no apparent
It's all
reason.
pointless. If they lie
They won't
about
replace it
Virgil,
because science, because
who
the
knows
plot
what
demands
else
it.
they've been lying about.
Yes. Yes, the video game demands
I'll make my
that
way back to the Brotherhood.
we have someone who's doing something for
I can't
no reason. This is like
tell whoever.
Resident Evil movie Umbrella Corporation levels of why are they doing things?
Appearances? Let me see.
Why
Told to install
anything
for you.
in this plan?
Father's orders. You're to be given full access with the ability to relay.
Well, you're gonna give me access anyway.
I'm sure that'll come.
Well, it's okay.
I'll take it, even if it means I get to come here and blow shit up.
Handy is something of significant.
Considering she doesn't seem to give a care anymore.
One here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust.
Oh yes, her discussion won't go anywhere. And you will be spared.
Father has accomplished so much.
So, let's tell our son to fuck off and get out of here. What do you say?
Oh yeah. It's a shame you can't shoot him right in the face. Or can you?
Oh, I absolutely can.
You're gonna, right?
No.
Aww. Gonna pull the trigger, make it go boom.
Boom, boom,
Do.
boom.
Sorry. Sorry,
Also-
not sorry.
Also, there is a comic book in here.
Comic book?
Yes.
Comic.
Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report.
It's on one of the balconies.
Oh. And you don't know which one.
Well,
Fuck berries.
fortunately, there's only 2 sets of balconies.
Yes. I mean, no, it's not. But I've
If that was a pre-war reference, I didn't get it.
but I swear it's not what it sounds like.
Well, at least there's honesty in that.
Gone back. I was just
Well, and it certainly fits. I mean, not everyone in the Institute would understand all sorts of pre-war references. I would think that the term secret police would have survived history, but I guess in a laboratory environment it would be kind of irrelevant, wouldn't it?
Yeah, secret police seems to be more of a Russian thing.
Uh,
And in this case,
Russian,
they're...
German, during the Second World War, Lebanese, any
But
sort
it's
of...
still an antiquated term. That's what it comes down to.
Well,
It's like trying to reference the Hulk for us, which is hilarious. We get it. Doesn't mean that other people do.
first things first.
But
Where you got it. You are
inside jokes, inside jokes.
Right.
ultimately all our knowledge and resources are
What do you do when people never spell your name right?
no advancement comes without occasional setbacks, as remarkable as our sins are.
And to think how many people got their names spelled wrong on Ellis Island alone.
Wait. If they're so dangerous,
There is no need for such drastic, as you
Drastic action.
road.
Define drastic.
His memories obliterate under his leadership.
oh, God.
Really?
it might not want to.
Really?
That would be a terrible waste.
You're worried about a single synth, and yet you're creating more?
Yeah, like I said, they are addicts. They do not know where to stop.
The question of morality is clearly not black and white with them. It's science and science. Science for science's sake.
Really, and that's their big failing. I'm not a particularly religious person, but scientific research does need to follow a certain moral path. There do need to be things that are off limits. I'm not even particularly against the idea of human cloning per se.
Well, human cloning unto itself can actually be very beneficial.
But
The thing is, you don't clone the entire human, you clone if you reduce the number of people on the donors list who need a kidney, who need a blah blah blah.
But the other side of it is that
And then you can actually have a compatible match.
Yes.
Without needing to wait years. And possibly have the person who needs it get killed.
That Dr. Lee is returning to us.
But
what I was saying is that when you get to the point where the Institute has gotten to, where they are creating living, breathing, thinking beings, then you have to take responsibility for that. And the Institute doesn't. They don't. And they don't allow their creations the kind of freedom that they have. They don't respect the power of what they're building.
Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Groovy.
Don't fail to impress. Of course not. I woke up after 200 years. What are you expecting? I have more knowledge. I might not have knowledge of what has happened, but I have knowledge of what has been. You learn from your past. Which is so surprising to see how many people don't think the same way. History repeats itself. Why else do we have so many wars?
Indeed. Because really, let's be honest. As long as there are at least two human beings around, someone is going to want someone else dead.
Yep. Death and life are the two things that are assured. Death and life are the only things that are assured. How you live your life is your choice. Anyway, moving on.
That was not nearly as deep as you want to say it was. Think it was.
I know. This is what I get when I do drink sin. This is why I don't drink on business trips. Not much. Because I get to be a little too chatty. And I know to keep my mouth shut.
Boop, boop, boop. Hey, Cripple Girl. Got something for you. That memorable ozone smell behind. So, a Gatling laser must smell fucking awesome.
Ozone, so they're going back to the 90s. Great. Heck, before...
You realize that ozone is an actual chemical, right?
I'm aware.
Superheated oxygen, and it creates a triple covalent bond rather than the double covalent that gaseous oxygen is normally associated with.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Ingram, let's light this candle.
Here's your holotape, Proctor.
As I said, I'm aware.
Worth it.
Thanks. You know?
So you're gonna get her out, and then you're gonna blow it up, right?
Oh yeah.
Good. Because they're
I wasn't
ignorant
worried.
fucktards.
After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I build, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'm dying to find out what...
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario.
True.
True. Let's see what Quinlan scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might... In the meantime,
all right.
I've got a new assignment for you.
Cool.
I bet
You might just learn who's fucking who. Just saying.
Whatever it is.
It will, but we've got... Come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Max
Cool.
looking for something that'll tip the balance.
Liberty.
Institute. Now the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where.
Open her up.
Come on, show us what you got. Show us. Show us.
Yes!
Oh.
This storage bay
That's not a welding helmet.
left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used
What a piece of junk!
against the
That is not a welding helmet.
the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal.
It's not even a welding helmet for a super mutant.
Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the
Yeah, it
the
got
last
blasted
few
from
years
orbit.
piecing them back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a protectron while you're blindfolded.
Holy. Well,
In order to
that would take talent.
fully operational, we're going to need your help.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll
Well,
take a miracle to get this pile of junk operational.
You think he looks rough now? You should have seen him when I unsealed the salvage crates filled with his parts. So we've got
oh, all I can think of is an old stock photo of when the Statue of Liberty was first being
Hauled over.
and you just saw the face. That was epic.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system.
We don't have enough power to manage this. We have to go to the government. Wait, what government?
Trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was
It's like they're trying to make Lisa, only failing. And using a different body.
She's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason.
They apparently lack the
If you can get
Barbies
her
for
down
it.
here to lend a hand with this power system, you can get the big guy.
So I gotta threaten Dr. Lee. I happen to have a special motivator right here.
You need to modify that name of motivation. Seriously, you do. Because reasons. How else do you...
I'll tell you what. Instead of threatening her with a gun, I will threaten to read that article about does Bruno Mars is gay
Oh God.
that we got from Game Grumps.
If you're gonna talk about that, I need another drink.
I don't have my phone, so I can't read it. What? Why are you chugging my beer?
Because it's there.
Just being reminded of that causes you to need to bleach your brain, huh?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's
I may be a twit in moments, but I still have an English degree, and that makes me twitch. More so than any other time.
And you speak French, so when I say things like "Marquis" or "S'il vous please,"
be happy I don't have a knife.
We had a deal.
I said I'd return to the Brotherhood of Steel, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime.
Point of order.
Oh.
Why would I make the same...
Ooh.
Do it for what they did to Dr.
Oh?
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you?
Don hates it, but no fucks are...
It's going to
but
be
no
a hell of a lot of work.
fucks are given.
I'm back online.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be pulling a bullet through Dance's brain here soon, so...
Why?
He's a synth.
So?
Suffer not a synth to live.
Is there a Brotherhood Bible I don't know about? Because that just doesn't make sense.
They came here to destroy the Institute and their synths, so...
True, but isn't it better to let him live and just say fuck it? At least he can live because he's still kind of human?
Maybe, but
Partially?
since we're doing a character here that is utterly disgusted by the Institute and what they did to our son, that means killing Dan's.
Okay.
I am basically going to be a near genocidal maniac when it comes to the synths.
Okay, so you're basically letting the Krogan die. Got it.
No, because the Krogan were cool.
Things are off to a good start.
So you're basically letting the Krogan die. Got it.
No, because the Krogan were cool. That's what you get for stealing my beer.
Good news.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You're gonna go there?
Yes, I am.
We'll get you another beer, dude.
charming, isn't she?
Just have to go down. Just have to go to the fridge.
Yeah.
Come on.
Don't worry about
Come
it.
on.
We might be butting into a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr.
It looks
Lee's
so
work
interesting to
all
see him without legs.
We're working with one of Prime's original designers.
I can only imagine how weird it is to say I can't
Since
move.
things are going
Why
so
can't I
well,
move?
We're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Liberty
Right.
Prime is awesome.
Huh, makes sense. You'll need powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, well.
You're smarter than I thought
It's
you were.
high school science.
Build the actuators for
Yeah, actually, does like high school science.
You still need to know how to.
But then
It might
again,
not be it might not be high school science now, but she was also raised at a point where high school wasn't necessarily a
The only we
thing.
need you to head out and find, according to Proctor.
There wasn't standardized
Already
education.
sent out a few teams to find the rest of the hype.
Once you start building the actuators, good luck.
Okay. Well, Dr. Lee's at least somewhat on par. I suppose that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. Woo!
Oh my.
So yeah.
Wow, that's fried.
Yeah. One-time use.
Yeah. Test? No. What test?
Anyway.
I don't need it again. Cause wow. Whew.
Medford Memorial. Hey, we've been there before. And we will go there next time on arbitration. And we'll be there next time on the whole damn thing. God, it's been too long since I've done this. I suck.
You don't suck that much. Here, take your beer back. I just told you.